I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light.
All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Buffalo Bills. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on second down, Friedman. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They got a train by the Buffalo Bills Stadium.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, Friedman. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Everson Griffin coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but...
Oh, my God.
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Second down, Mayfield. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Geno Atkins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Marlon Humphrey. Fix it!
Side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Red.
Good pick 6. Get you another one.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both
Buffalo.
know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Mayfield now on second down. And the Redskins do get to him.
Davis, you playing, boy.
Demario Davis. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson.
Nicholson, what are you doing?
About the 38. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be
Flip
stopped
that
out
nigga,
quickly
Snack.
here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. shotgun. It's Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Marlon Humphrey, you balling out there, boy.
To the 29.
Balling.
That's now the second time he's picked up a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky punch.
On first down, Friedman. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly
press the
picked
wrong
off
button.
there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. No, check. Patriot.
They'll give to Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line
What?
of scrimmage. Tackle made by Everson Griffin. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league. That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw on second down. Friedman. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
Detroit! Now let's go!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
All right, here we go. Green, 39!
They'll toss it to Hunt, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on
Watch it now,
highlights
Marty.
everywhere.
Detroit.
They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green, 39!
Now Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know, is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
12 yards on the return that time. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On 4th down, Friedman escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down, Friedman. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now
he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
it certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their...
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Damon Harrison busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw on 2nd down. Friedman throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Gun! Detroit!
On 3rd down. It's Austin. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Right back to him on 1st down. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Friedman. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Here's Bosher to kick it away. J.J. Nelson now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. This has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Mayfield on play action, and the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. C.J. Mosley with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Yeah, man, I need to
to the 21.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And
yeah, the fuck right, man.
The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Powering his way forward. 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. 38 yards on the scamper there. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, Elliott. They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Redskins. Dean leads to a touchdown. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Here comes Nelson. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play here for the Bills. 56 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it up.
Humphreys, what the fuck?
The ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They get it to him running left. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that'll make it 24-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Redskins. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And some space here. Zeke with a shake and bake.
Boy, Zeke balling. Oh, that's a flag. That's a flag.
Around there, it goes for 36 yards.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it.
Nigga hit me way out of bounds. Oh, my gosh, man.
The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
And how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, I got the best of both worlds. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Come out, Z. Come out.
Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Friedman. Pryor has it complete. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
Detroit!
On 4th down, Friedman. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Throwing on first down, Friedman. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys.
All right, now, look at 56.
On 4th down, Friedman. He may try and run for this. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
I did not throw that ball right there.
Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Deke out with a broken
Maybe
wrist.
Telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play here for Buffalo. 48 yards on the ground. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll work it inside the 30
Marcus
to the
Lawrence out now.
29-yard line.
Boy.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Toss play, counter. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, now, look at 56. Let's get 56.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. It's caught. Nelson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Paul Richardson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills get a bit closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Hurry up.
Looking to throw on second down. Friedman. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Throw the ball, bro.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Leopard.
On third down, it's Austin. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Mayfield to throw. Now he'll escape. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Mayfield. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing, Mayfield, caught, left side, Bennett. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Watching that body.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Got a to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Washington, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Wow, Marlon Humphrey had 3 interceptions. They only gave him 2. They don't make no sense. Browns won.
The same. Don't need no clout, no fame. No clout. Bought the game. All brand new chain. I swerve the lane. Call the group the gang. Put that thing. Whip it. This shit give me. Ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it. Bring it. I do. Don't want no. They pull up with they. Oh. It's times 3. It's times 3. This how it go. Park $1 million at the.
Damn, Clarence, you lost. Word. Yeah, man. I'm lucky to get out of there with a win, man.
Smash, shots and goals, rock the shows, Now she don't skid, splash. Think about posting up on the ground, man, delete.
Yeah.
Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Think about posting up on the ground, man, delete. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers.
Ice the game, had to ice the game. So much ice, too much, had to ice the lane. Freeze the dub, freeze, had to freeze the lane. Freeze, camera phone.